Hello everyone, and welcome to another Cartoon Galaxy rant. I'm Mars Moon, and I like to rant about cartoons. And my God, do I have a lot to rant about today. So, as you may know, I am a very big Scooby Doo fan. In fact, if you have checked out my channel, I have quite a few Scooby Doo animations, fan animations that is, that I have created through the years. Not to mention that I have done Cartoon Galaxy rants talking about Scooby Doo, most particularly the horrible series Velma that had released, I don't even know when, but I'm glad it died. Well, apparently there is a live-action Scooby-Doo, a new one, because, I mean, there's already been quite a bunch, but there's going to be a new one coming out soon. And this has been announced way back in 2024. And I did briefly talk about this, and if you are interested in seeing what I had to share, I will put the video in the description. It's kind of a video where I talk about Velma at first, and then I go into the announcement of the live action Scooby-Doo. Well, it so happens that they had just announced who the cast is going to be, and there is a little bit more about what the show is going to entail. Now, the funny thing that I thought was, in my last Cartoon Galaxy rant, when I talked about the live-action Scooby-Doo, I had actually made a prediction where I felt that they were going to make this new live-action Scooby-Doo very similar to Riverdale. And I'll explain why in a second. But as we all know, the show Riverdale was very dark and edgy. Well, it turns out that they have announced, Warner Brothers has announced, that the live-action Scooby-Doo that's coming out is gonna be, you guessed it, dark and edgy. Who knew? So, before I get into that, let's talk a little bit about what this show is going to be. And then I'm going to rant to high hell about just everything. So first off, in terms of the cast, Frank Welker will be returning as Scooby-Doo. He will be doing the voice of Scooby-Doo. So unlike the Velma series, we will have a talking dog. Okay, as for the actors, we have, and hopefully I don't butcher any names. If I do, I apologize. We have Abby Ryder Fortson, who is going to play Velma Dinkley, McKenna Grace, who is going to be playing Daphne Blake, Maxwell Jenkins, who's going to be Fred Jones, and Tanner Hagen, who is going to be Shaggy. So, I don't know too much about the cast. I'm not too familiar with the actors. From one of the articles I looked at, the only thing I got was McKenna Grace may have been, I think, in Scream 7, which didn't come out too long ago. As for the other actors and actresses, I'm not too familiar with them. So, by all means, share in the comments what you know about these guys. I have to do a little more looking into on them, but I'm not too familiar with them. Though my guess is they were selected because this is definitely going to be a show that is going to be aimed for a younger audience. So Scooby-Doo fans who are much older and grew up with the cartoons, already they're not making it for you. So just letting you know. But it is being aimed for a younger audience. Doesn't necessarily mean that's a bad thing. But any of you guys who are, who have watched the older Scooby-Doo, it doesn't seem like it's aimed for you. Sorry. Here's the thing that really bothers me and makes me think that this is not going to be as good as we would like. And maybe I'm being ridiculous about this. I don't know. But the fact that this live action show is going to be on Netflix and not on HBO Max. And there is a very good reason why I find this to be a huge problem. For Warner Brothers to put a show on their streaming service, HBO Max, it comes out of their pocket. They have to pay for it because it's their streaming service. If they have the show on another streaming service, it's the opposite. The other streaming service has to pay licensing to have that show on their streaming service. Think about it. You have a Warner Brothers Discovery show, this live action Scooby Doo show. It is not going to be on HBO Max from what I hear, which means Warner Brothers is not taking a dime out of their greedy little pockets to put it on their own streaming service and expecting another streaming service to pay them to have it on their service. Does that sound like a company that has a lot of faith in that show? If you think the show is going to do great, you would take the risk of putting money out of your own pocket to put it on your streaming service. But from what I see, that is not the case. And if that is not the case, I have no faith in this show. If the people creating it, or at least behind creating it, don't have faith in it, why the should I? Another thing that pisses me off about this is there was a independent live action show that was created by just, random people online. And I think they released it in 2022. It was literally called Mystery Incorporated. And it was supposed to go into how the gang met and solved mysteries and all that stuff. And it was live action with these teenagers. They had the dog. The only thing is the dog didn't talk. But it was really good. I enjoyed it. A lot of people enjoyed it. And it got a lot of attention. Now, it's so funny that in 2024, I believe it was 2024, Warner Brothers sent those people a cease and desist to stop creating those shows because they were going to make more. They got a cease and desist. That same year, 2024, is when Warner Brothers we're gonna make a live action show now. I wonder why. Is it possible that they saw how successful this independent Scooby Doo show was? That they're like, we're gonna make it, and you, we're gonna send you a cease and desist. Which is another big reason why I would never support this horse. Okay. I got carried away there. But yeah, I just hate this corporate greed. I really don't, believe me, I really want to support these things at times because, again, it's Scooby Doo. And way back in the day, I used to love Warner Brothers. But then when I see this kind of crap, it just annoys me and I don't want to support it. I can't support it. And I can't have any faith in it whatsoever. Another reason why I also say that Warner Brothers is making a copycat version of this independent one is because, as I said earlier, the independent Scooby Doo show was kind of about the Mystery Gang's origins. Well, guess what? This one that Warner Brothers is making is about Scooby Doo's origins, how they meet. Apparently, it's supposed to be they meet at some summer camp or some crap, and then they solve a mystery. So, yeah. But let me know what you guys think. Are you interested in watching the Scooby Doo live action? If you are, there's nothing wrong with that. Or if you guys agree with me and you think that this is a bad idea, also share it. I'd just like to hear your thoughts. I don't bite if you like the idea of this new live action or you don't. I won't get pissed at you guys. I'm just pissed at Warner Brothers. Sorry. Anyway, thanks again for watching. As always, take care and peace out. Whew, I think I need a drink. Me again. Also, just a quick reminder, as I had mentioned earlier in the video, I've done a lot of Scooby Doo fan animations. I'm also going to be working on my own original character OC animation, Blacktail and Mars. So if you guys are interested, that'll also be posted on my channel. I'll put some updates as to things that I'm doing, and hopefully soon at some point I'll have, a short episode out. So if you're interested, make sure to check that out. Anyway, take care.